So welcome back. In this video we'll try to see how a plant cell will behave to three different conditions, that is hypotonic, hypertonic and isotonic. So let's start with our video lecture. We have already seen in case of osmosis we are having three different conditions, that is hypotonic, hypertonic and isotonic. So now we are putting a plant cell in hypotonic condition. A hypotonic condition is a condition in which the medium outside the plant cell will have more amount of water compared to the plant cell. So this is the solution. Which is having more amount of water compared to plant cell, and we are placing a plant cell in this medium. So this is a cell wall of plant cell, and this is a plasma membrane of plant cell, and we are drawing a vacuole in case of plant cell, because vacuole is the most important structure which will help you to osmoregulate in case of plants. Okay, so the solution outside is having more amount of water compared to the cytoplasm of plant cell. So naturally the water will flow from outside to inside. So here the plant cell will also undergo endoosmosis. Okay, just like animal cell, the water molecule from outside will flow inside to the cell. But this excess amount of water which is entering inside the cell will get reabsorbed in the vacuole. And here the plant cell vacuole becomes turgid, which swells up the cell. But plant cell will not get ruptured due to the presence of cell wall. In the same condition, when we put the animal cell in hypotonic condition, the animal cell got ruptured, but plant cell will not rupture because there is presence of cell wall. Only the plant cell will become turgid. So due to endoosmosis, the plant cell will become turgid, but it will not rupture due to presence of cell wall. So that is the main difference between a plant cell and animal cell. In hypotonic condition, the animal cell will get ruptured, but plant cell will only get turgid. It will not rupture due to the presence of thick cell wall. Now what happens to a plant cell when we put the plant cell in hypertonic condition? So this is a system which is having a hypertonic condition compared to the plant cell. That means the solution outside will have less amount of water compared to the cytoplasm inside the plant cell. Again we are drawing a plant cell in this particular condition. So this is a cell wall, and this is the plasma membrane of plant cell, and this is vacuole. Okay, so as the condition is hypertonic, that means outside environment is having less amount of water and inside environment is having more amount of water. So naturally the water will go from higher concentration to lower concentration. That means the water molecule will go from cell to outside. and that thing we called as exoosmosis. So same like animal cell, when we put plant cell in hypertonic condition, the plant cell will also undergo exoosmosis. But here the water molecules which are going outside the cells are actually coming out from vacuole. So vacuole is the most important structure in plant cell. Here in hypotonic condition, the excess amount of water which is entering into the cell is getting absorbed in vacuole. And now in hypertonic condition, the water molecules which are moving outside the cell is actually coming out of the vacuole. But if the solution is hypertonic, the tonicity of solution is more compared to the plant cell, then the plant cell will keep on losing the water. And in that particular condition, this vacuole will get shrink first, then the water molecule from cytoplasm will also move outside, and the cell after losing the water will look like this. So here is a cell wall, and as the cytoplasm is losing more and more amount of water, so this cell membrane will shrink out from the cell wall, okay? And now the vacuole will look like this, a shrinked vacuole, clear? And there will be detachment of cell membrane from cell wall. When हमने क्या बोला, आपको यहाँ पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना पड़ेगा कि हमने ये बताया जब प्लांट सेल को हमने हाइपरटोनिक कंडीशन में रखा, अगर टोनिसिटी बाहर के सॉल्यूशन की ज़्यादा है तो प्लांट सेल वाटर मॉलिक्यूल को लूज करता रहेगा, और लूज करते करते पहले वैक्यूल का पानी खत्म हो जाएगा और फिर साइटोप्लाज्म में का भी पानी खत्म होगा। जब साइटोप्लाज्म में से पानी लूज होगा तब प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन सेल वॉल को छोड़ के बाहर आ जाएगी, एंड सेल वॉल विल रिमेन इंटैक्ट, सेल वॉल वैसे की वैसी रहेगी एंड इट विल मेंटेन द शेप ऑफ प्लांट सेल, लेकिन प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन सेल वॉल को छोड़ देगी एंड द प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन विल श्रिंक, क्लियर? सच टाइप ऑफ सेल इज कॉल्ड एज प्लाज्मोलाइज्ड सेल, ओके? सो सच कंडीशन इज कॉल्ड एज plasmolysed condition, okay? And the process is called as plasmolysis. Here the cell of plant is alive but it is plasmolysed, means shrinked from inside. Clear for this thing? Now if we put this plasmolysed solution cell in again hypotonic solution, ओके अगर हमने ये प्लाज्मोलाइज सेल को फिर से हाइपोटोनिक कंडीशन में रखा तो क्या होगा, ड्यू टू एंडोऑस्मोसिस द वाटर विल एंटर इन द सेल एंड द सेल विल अगेन बिकम टर्जिड, क्लियर? लेकिन ये एक अमाउंट तक ही सस्टेन्ड है, इसीलिए अगर हम प्लांट्स को पानी डालना भूल गए और 1-2 दिन तक हमने प्लांट्स को पानी नहीं डाला तो प्लांट मरता नहीं है, प्लांट के सारे सेल हो जाते हैं प्लाज्मोलाइज्ड। लेकिन अगर फिर से हमने प्लांट को वाटरिंग किया तो अगेन वी विल अचीव द हाइपोटोनिक कंडीशन और फिर से पानी सेल के अंदर चला जाएगा और इस तरीके से प्लांट अपने आप को सस्टेन कर लेता है। एंड इन दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोसीजर अ वैक्यूल प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल इन केस ऑफ प्लांट सेल। प्लांट का सेल यहाँ पे टर्जिड होने के कारण भी नहीं रप्चर्ड होता और यहाँ पे श्रिंक होने के कारण भी खराब नहीं होता, क्योंकि प्लांट के पास वाटर बैलेंस करने के लिए एक ऑर्गेनेल है दैट इज वैक्यूल। वैक्यूल प्लांट्स की बहुत मदद करता है। सो व्हेन वी पुट अ प्लांट सेल इन हाइपरटोनिक सॉल्यूशन इट विल कीप ऑन लूजिंग द वाटर एंड इट विल बिकम प्लाज्मोलाइज्ड। द प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड एज प्लाज्मोलाइसिस, बट सेल मरता नहीं। अगर इसी सेल को हमने फिर से हाइपोटोनिक सॉल्यूशन के अंदर डाल दिया तो सेल विल अगेन बिकम टर्जिड। सो फिर से सेल क्या हो जाएगा, टर्जिड हो जाएगा। नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस इफ यू प्लेस अ प्लांट सेल इन आइसोटोनिक कंडीशन? In isotonic condition, just like animal cell, there will be no effect on plant cell. So as the solution is isotonic, so there will be movement inside and outside the cell. Okay, this is the cell wall and this is the cell membrane, and this is a vacuole. So as the solution is isotonic, the water molecule from plant cell will move outside, and to balance that water molecule, the water molecule from outside will enter inside, and here the vacuole will play the most important role in balancing that water inside the plant cell. So in isotonic condition, there will be no effect on plant cell, just like animal cell. These conditions are very important because we are having a complete session on plant physiology. There are so many examples in which osmosis will play a very important role in case of plant cell. If we want to give the examples for osmosis in plant, the best example is opening and closing of stomata. So we all know that there are some veins which are present on the ventral surface of leaf, which helps in transpiration. That veins are called as stomata, and the stomata is guarded by guard cell, which is surrounded by subsidiary cells. So these are the subsidiary cells which are surrounding the stomata. What happened? To open this stomata, the guard cell will absorb पोटेशियम आयन. गार्ड सेल क्या करते हैं? तो पोटेशियम आयन को एब्सॉर्ब करते हैं. पोटेशियम आयन एब्सॉर्ब होने के वजह से द एटमॉस्फेयर ऑफ गार्ड सेल इज हाइपरटोनिक कंपेयर टू द सब्सिडरी सेल्स. As this atmosphere is hypertonic, the water will move from subsidiary cell into guard cell, and due to this movement, the stomata will open. Okay, here there are water molecules which are moving inside the guard cell, and due to endoosmosis, the guard cell will become turgid and the stomata will open. So this is the best example of osmosis helping in plant physiology. The next example of osmosis helping the plant physiology is the touch me not plant, that is Mimosa pudica. Okay, so in Mimosa pudica, if you touch the leaf, okay, the leaf will shrink due to exoosmosis from pulvillus. Pulvillus is a structure which is present at the base of the leaf. So this is a leaf, and this is a broad base of leaf which is called as pulvillus, and here are the leaf of Mimosa pudica. If you touch the leaf, then due to if we touch the leaf, now this touching sensation will pass down to the pulvillus, and in pulvillus there will be exoosmosis. Due to exoosmosis, the cell become flaccid. Here this plasmolyte cell, जब ये पानी लूज होना चालू होगा, सो पहले सेल होगा फ्लैसिड, ओके, और फ्लैसिड के बाद होगा प्लाज्मोलाइज्ड. पानी लूज हो गया, लूज होना सेल का, इसको हम बोलते हैं फ्लैसिडिटी. ओके, सो दिस कंप्लीट स्ट्रक्चर विल so this complete structure become flaccid and the leaf will close down like this. Okay, so this is again an example of osmosis helping in the plant. The next example of osmosis in plant is germination of seed. So this is the second example. Then third is germination of seed. Whenever we put a seed in soil, the first step is adsorption of water on the surface of seed. जब भी हम सीड को ज़मीन में बोएंगे तो सबसे पहले पानी जाके सीड के सरफेस के ऊपर एडसॉर्ब हो जाएगा. दैट प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड एज इम्बिबिशन. ये इम्बिबिशन के कारण आउटर कोट में देर विल बी मोर अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर. सो नेचुरली द वाटर विल गो फ्रॉम हायर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन टू lower concentration because inside the seed is dry and it will not having so much of water. So the water which is imbibited, absorbed on the surface of seed will go inside, which help the seed in germination. So there are so many examples in which osmosis will help the plant to survive. These are the some of these things. Okay, so in the next video we'll learn about diffusion under passive transport. Thank you.